Good morning. Welcome to lecture number 16, WinCC as OPC server live demo. This live demo will be for OPC server DA because for UA and XML we need additional connectivity pack license. I don't have this license, so I can't show you this now. Maybe in a few weeks I will get one, so we can make these steps also. But right now let's make the OPC DA with WinCC v7, and for UA and XML is the same. In some things is different, but generally you can follow up this method in all OPC server by WinCC, and you can go with this kind of solutions. Okay, now I have our application. I create 10 tags. Some will be floating points, some binary, some text. I prepared this because I want to take these tags and give this into OPC client. So anyone who know connection string to our application, to our WinCC SCADA, can connect to our SCADA system if we allow this and read data directly from our tags. So I created some tags and now I will start our runtime. If we don't start our runtime, we can't show any data from WinCC server because this data is displayed only when our application is running. Now in Siemens software we can find the client, it's test client, and this test client can be used if you want to test your connection. This client can work as normal client. For example, this can work the same like your HIME, for example. Okay, it's OPC Scout V10 in my SCADA system. And now on the left top you have the server explorer, you have UA server and COM server. Additionally, you have the local COM and remote COM. Generally, we will use now the local because our application is running on this machine. For remote, you need to configure also the firewalls and DCOM configuration. After I moved the local COM servers, I see a lot of servers installed with my Semantic Net component. We have also the WinCC connectivity OPC DA server and alarms event server. Now you see the supported interface for DA because DA has different interfaces and different versions. Our WinCC is running with OPC DA 2.0 and 3.0, and our server name is OPC server.wincc. The protocol is COM/DCOM and host name is localhost because we are running with our local host. Now we are going to local machine and we see the same topics as we have on our tag management. We see internal and we see the same groups. So we can browse these groups and we can find our tags OPC server test. We can also manage the tags used by WinCC. So let's take these tags and go with DA view so we can manage this data in our OPC client. OPC client can be also our, for example, HIME, so we can have the SCADA system, and we have also possibility to have some kind of client in different position in our factory, and we can display some data on this screen. Now on the left bottom you see DA views, and I made the DA. Now I just select and drop some tags. We have 10 tags. We see the ID, the type of this tag, access rights, and quality result value. This information is okay, so we have the value 1, 2, 3 is the same like in our tag management. So this OPC Scout, this OPC client is reading directly from our WinCC SCADA system. We can also change some values by OPC client, so we can manage the values in our SCADA system directly to our SCADA. So we have test, and after we modify this value we will have test, test, test. Let's go to our tag management. Yes, we have test, test, test. So generally this is, as I said, it's working automatically when we start our WinCC runtime, and if you want to protect this kind of modification for some kind of tags, we should disable OPC read or write data into these tags we don't want to. Generally, OPC client and OPC server are very powerful I also displayed the server name, so it's MSWPC, and we can also by this OPC client manage all different tags from our system. So if WinCC has possibility to read data from any S7 PLC, we can also read this data by OPC client. Right now you see that I took M30 from PLC S7 1500, but we see the quality code is bad, not connected, because my simulation is stopped and I don't have this S7 1500 connected to our WinCC SCADA system. Okay, now we know how to manage with OPC client, with WinCC V7, and how to go with WinCC as OPC DA server. Let's go to next lecture.